The unmistakable decline in China's economy is now significantly affecting various industries, with the catering sector experiencing formidable challenges. Since November, a swift wave of closures has swept through the country's catering industry, making business conditions more difficult than in previous years. Notably, numerous restaurants, including well-known chain brands and popular eateries, are either closing or being put up for lease. This chilling impact on the market is placing operators, employees, and suppliers in a challenging situation, drawing widespread attention. A head chef in China who recently ventured into his own business with $40,000 loan from relatives and friends found himself brought to tears due to the lack of business, resulting in substantial financial losses. Another restaurant owner impacted by the pandemic resorted to bank loans to sustain operations. Unfortunately, he couldn't persevere and recently had to close all 7 of his restaurants, leaving him overwhelmed by bank debts and interest payments. The severity of the situation is evident in the staggering financial burden, with each card alone amounting to 1.5 million won. Over the years, the accumulated interest shared with the platform has exceeded 1 million won, along with the additional card processing fees. This is the grim reality faced by businesses in the catering industry, reflecting the broader economic challenges that are gripping China. A prominent upscale restaurant in Changsha City, Hunan, has abruptly ceased operations, leaving over 50 employees with unpaid wages ranging from 4,000 to 5,000 won, which is approximately 560 to 700 US dollars. Despite multiple pleas for help, the staff had no choice but to appeal for their rights, with some kitchen staff breaking down in tears over their strenuous work and outstanding wages. Expressing their distress, one employee shared, "Every day preparing and washing ingredients is so exhausting, it really breaks my heart. How could the boss do this? I hope the boss pays our wages soon. We have no other demands, just to get our wages." In addition to unpaid wages, several restaurant members and suppliers have independently organized an appeals group, demanding refunds for the remaining balance on membership cards and payment for supplied goods. The group, comprising over 100 members, includes a supplier seeking to recover an outstanding amount of 58,000 yuan, which is approximately 8,200 US dollars. The closure seems to have caught customers off guard, as half a month before shutting down, the manager of the Changsha branch of the seafood restaurant was still contacting regular customers for recharges under the guise of discounts. This restaurant, known for its grand scale in Changsha's seafood circles, occupied an area of 4,500 square meters, accommodating over 500 diners simultaneously. The restaurant featured more than 300 seats in the main hall and over 10 private rooms, with an average spending of nearly 400 yuan, approximately 57 US dollars per person. The transformation is remarkable. A popular milk tea shop that once had long queues is now easily accessible. The bustling commercial district in the center of Shanghai, once vibrant, now sees many shops with fewer customers. Some famous old restaurants have closed down, and empty storefronts are continuously up for lease. The situation is disheartening. Well-known restaurants have only few occupied tables, and there's a noticeable lack of customers during what should be peak lunch hours. Many are predicting a potential bankruptcy of many malls. The scene is replicated in different cities. Jin Street of Kangshan Wanda and Fujian, where 70% of shops are for lease, and Chengdu Wanda, considered a top mall, where foot traffic has significantly decreased. Lunchtime peak hours see restaurant occupancy rates ranging from 20% to 50%, with some serving only 2 tables. The wave of closures in China's restaurant industry is citing a staggering 70% closure rate for various types of restaurants in the second half of 2023. Even long-established restaurants of over a decade are transferring ownership, reflecting the widespread challenges faced by businesses in the current economic climate. The owners of small restaurants believe that the severe downturn in China's catering industry is primarily due to people genuinely having no money to spend. This is impacting small establishments like some well-known chain restaurants, many of which are struggling with debt. The second-hand catering equipment industry is also feeling the chill of the downturn. From October of this year, the restaurant industry has been facing a nationwide wave of closures. Just this year, nearly 1 million restaurant licenses have been revoked or canceled. The The tough situation in the restaurant industry in 2023 is evident, and one way to gauge it is by asking second-hand equipment recyclers who are the first to sense the industry's challenges. The largest second-hand equipment recycling market in Hangzhou has seen a significant increase in closed restaurants in the second half of this year. The surplus of second-hand equipment, especially from kitchens and hot pot restaurants, remains unsold as fewer people are opening new establishments. A person in the restaurant equipment recycling business mentions a turning point in July of this year. The first quarter after the lockdown was lifted showed promise, but as May and June rolled around, the restaurant industry's performance took a nosedive. Many restaurants couldn't sustain themselves and started closing down in large numbers in July. The sluggish consumer market is cited as one of the reasons for these closures, as people are hesitant to spend and prefer saving money. A mainland professional catering website, Red Restaurant, conducted field visits to various business districts and neighborhoods in Guangzhou, interviewing restaurant owners from different cities. Their findings indicate that the current temperature of the catering market is chillingly cold. Even in popular shopping districts like Jiangnan Circuit, which has always had a lively atmosphere, the impact of the economic downturn is palpable. Luji Shuishan Rice Noodle, a rice noodle shop in Jiangnan West District, has also ceased operations and is dismantling its storefront. Walking down the 2-kilometer-long road, more than 10 storefronts, including a braised meat roll shop, a fried chicken shop, a Thai food restaurant, a pig offal porridge shop, and a barbecue restaurant, have closed. Most of the closed shops are individual small stores, with a few being chain stores. The chilling effect on China's economy is increasingly evident. For example, among 4 adjacent restaurants, only a small snack shop remains operational, while the other 3 have shut their doors. In Tian South Road, known as Guangzhou's Beverage Street, the reshuffling of storefronts is even more ruthless. During a visit by Red Restaurant, 6 beverage shops in the area were up for lease or transfer, and another 3 to 4 shops were being barricaded. These bleak market conditions are not limited to Guangzhou, but are also prevalent in Shenzhen, Beijing, Chengdu, Guochangsha, and other regions. Some restaurants, despite their small scale, incur high costs on delivery and food platforms, as well as rent. However, due to a steep decline in customer volume and other contributing factors, many owners find it unbearable and are forced to exit. In November, a Fujian-based braised fast food restaurant closed, with the owner stating, "I took over this shop of over 50 square meters in April with a monthly rent of 7,000 yuan. The daily turnover was only 600 to 700 yuan, and I couldn't sustain it, so I had to sell it." After losing nearly 200,000 yuan in half a year, the owner sold the restaurant equipment for only 5,000 yuan. The strain is not limited to small eateries. The popular fried chicken chain brand Zhenxin Chicken, once ubiquitous across China's streets and alleys, is facing a steep decline, with nearly 10,000 stores shutting down. A recent report provided a detailed examination of the challenges confronting China's catering industry, particularly highlighting the decline and closures of restaurant chains, notably the once thriving Zhenxin Chicken. The key focal point of the report centers on the substantial downturn in the performance of Zhenxin Chicken, a renowned fried chicken cutlet franchise targeting the casual snack market, originated from its rapid expansion and success, with store numbers surpassing those of major fast food giants like McDonald's and KFC combined. Recent data reveals a significant contraction in Zhenxin Chicken steak franchises. The number of stores has diminished to just over 11,000, roughly reverting to its 2017 levels. Merchants resorting to price cuts, set meals, and low-price group buying schemes to attract consumers are disrupting the catering ecology and hastening business closures. Nationwide, the catering industry is experiencing a complex landscape. While there has been an increase in newly registering catering businesses from January to October of the current year, there's also been a substantial rise in the cumulative number of revoked catering business licenses. The report suggests that these challenging conditions may culminate in a large-scale wave of closures across the catering industry by the end of December. Public reactions reflect concerns about the widespread closures, unemployment, and the potential impact on social stability and harmony. Factors such as high cost of retail space, stringent enforcement by relevant departments, and a decrease in permanent residents from other areas are cited as contributors to the industry's challenges. As consumer spending power diminishes, individuals are adapting by cutting costs and focusing on essential spending, leading to a discernible shift in patronage from upscale and specialty dining establishments to more cost-effective alternatives. Where do you think the Chinese economy is headed? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Until next time.